Hey guys, this is Christy with Pearl and Alex, and today I am doing the second episode in my fake wedding series. So today I'm going to go over 10 things that you really don't need to spend money on at your wedding. And I want to preface this by saying two things. I'm not actually getting married. I just decided this would be a fun challenge. It's just from my experience helping people plan weddings, the things that they spend so much money on that are not very memorable. The first thing is wedding favors. They're little gifts that you give to the guests at the wedding. And the thing is, if you have the money, and I'm gonna say this with a lot of them, if you have the money to do this, like fun little chocolates or beer koozies or something like that, then do it. But don't waste money on it and don't feel like you have to do it if you don't have the money for it. Another one is wedding programs. I don't know if you've seen these, but at a lot of weddings is when you walk into the ceremony, they hand you this little piece of paper, like a bulletin at church, that tells you the order of the service, who the attendants are, who the bride and groom are, who their parents are. And while that's all good information, 99% of those wedding programs get left in the sanctuary when they go to the reception. People don't care about those things. What they care about is being there for you, a loved one, on a really special day in your life. The third thing, and this is going to be super controversial, but a professional photographer. If you have the money to hire a professional photographer, absolutely do it. Wedding. Everybody there is going to have a phone and going to be taking pictures. So create a hashtag for your wedding, ask them to upload with that hashtag, and then have one person that you specifically ask, hey, can you make sure we get the pictures of the special moments? Ask your friend that has the amazing Instagram feed that always has these fabulous pictures on them. Number 4, a full meal at the reception. You can have just as much fun goofing around and chit-chatting and dancing with your friends with hors d'oeuvres. Or you can go potluck. I know this is going to horrify some people, but just ask the people that are coming to your wedding to bring a covered dish. I know if I were actually getting married, I'm in my 40s. I have pretty much everything I need. If I were marrying someone, they would probably have pretty much everything they need as well. So we wouldn't really need gifts. So on my fake wedding invitation, I'm gonna put, in lieu of gifts, please bring a covered dish to share at the reception. Number 5 would be items to toss at the send-off. This can be rice, birdseed, breadcrumbs, flower petals, bubbles. It's fun. It creates some fun pictures. So if you have the money and the time to get all that stuff together, then do it. Number 6 is everything new or everything matching. It is a trend right now to have your attendants wear dresses all in the same color or color family, but they're different. Flowers for everyone. I've helped several friends do wedding flowers. It can be a challenge to make sure that everybody gets a corsage or a boutonniere, and it can get kind of expensive. So make your list of the flowers that you want and then go through it and be brutal and cut those out. All the aunts and uncles don't need a corsage or boutonniere. The ushers don't need boutonnieres. Cut that down to where it's manageable for you. Let's see. Number 8 is a rehearsal dinner for people who aren't rehearsing. I have been to several rehearsal dinners where pretty much the whole family was invited to the rehearsal dinner. And while that's nice to do, if you don't have the money to do it, then don't. Make sure that you are doing what you can handle. You're scaling your wedding to where it's manageable for you and fits in your budget. That's what's important. If you have the budget to have a big dinner and invite a bunch of other people, then do it. But if you don't feel bad about having a rehearsal dinner for just the people that are rehearsing. Another thing is a fancy wedding planning book. Some of those wedding planning books can be like, I don't know, $50, $60. What I ended up using is this notebook that I already had, and I printed off pictures. This is the picture I took of the look that I wanted for my wedding. I also printed off pictures online that I found that fit the aesthetic that I was looking for. And I dropped in my swatches here. So I found all of the etiquette stuff, the timelines, budgets, things like that. I found all of that online for free. Brides Magazine's website is a terrific place for that information. That's where I found the timeline for everything. I put this together for absolutely nothing because I printed pictures online that I really liked, just taped them in here, and I already had this. So this has all the information and I didn't pay a dime for it. Number 10 is gifts for your attendants or fancy attendant proposal boxes. Again, if you have the money to do this, or let's say you're super crafty and you can put that stuff together yourself for not much money, then do it. I asked the people that I wanted to be attendants at my fake wedding. I talked to one of them in person, I talked to one of them on the phone, and I texted one of them. And at the end of the night, give them a really nice handwritten note about how much they mean to you and how happy you were and how thankful you were that they were part of a special day for you. And that is going to mean more in the long run than maybe a silky robe or fancy slippers or flip-flops with their name on them. I want to empower you to have the wedding that you want in your budget without a bunch of traditions that don't mean anything to you. If they do, keep them in. If they don't, toss them. And don't feel bad about it, and don't let anybody guilt you into doing them if you don't want to. Helpful, make sure you subscribe so you see the next episode, and we'll see you later.